Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Watchalong. I'm your host, Anthony Goods, representing Swish Cultures. And we got a very special game today. We got Unics Kazan versus FC Barcelona. I'd like to take this time to introduce a very special guest, a man that's played. He's touched every level of basketball. He's played on a number of EuroLeague powerhouses. The accolades just go on. EuroLeague's best defender, EuroCup MVP. He's probably got a lot of trophies, man. He's probably got a house full of trophies. But please give a nice EuroLeague welcome for my man Stephane Lasme. Stephane, what's good, bro?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me here. Thanks for the invite, man. I'm excited about the opportunity to talk about the game.
Yeah, no,
How
I'm
you
I'm
been?
excited to have you here. Man, I've been good, man. I'm much better with this highly anticipated game here, man. You got two teams you're very familiar with, of course. Unix and Barcelona as well, who I'm sure you've had plenty of battles against. But I'm excited for this game, man. How about you?
For sure, for sure. I'm excited. I'm actually hoping to for Barca to take a L. I'm picking sides early. I want my tip Onyx to win. I mean, it'll be a great win at home for Onyx, and it will throw a wrench out there in the season. So really excited to
Yeah,
be here.
nah, for sure, man. Unix is 0-8 versus Barcelona, so this would be their first win against Barcelona. However, a month ago, things got a little chippy, man. The game ended up going to overtime, and Barcelona, was able to edge out the victory, 111 to 109. It was a very interesting game. It was a very interesting game where Barcelona was down 20. Miritich finished the game with 28. Lorenzo Brown had almost a triple double with 27, 7, and 9. But I think the story of the game was Isaiah Cannon, hushing the Barcelona crowd, and then Barcelona came roaring back to win, man. And I think anytime you end up like hushing the crowd like that, I think you got to kind of peek on who's on the other side, man. Miritich is not a guy you want on the other side. When you over there trying to quiet the crowd, man. He's not a guy you
Um,
want to get to turn up, and that's what he ended up doing.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, Mirotic is one of the best one out there. He's like he always been one of the best players in the EuroLeague every time he's been in EuroLeague. And Barcelona, you can't do this against this team, man. Shushing the crowd, you can't do this against Barcelona, man. It's like one of the big team with the biggest history in EuroLeague. To be able to do it at home, you got to at this spot, you got to back it up. You can't just. I mean, I wouldn't do it. You know, I wouldn't do
Nah,
it.
nah,
So
for sure.
that's definitely
It's
a thing. If you go ahead and just do that, you got to be ready to back it up. You can't. Nah.
yeah, nah, for sure, man. It's like Unix coming back up to EuroLeague and whatnot. It's like you were the bully last year, and now you stepping up to a different bully. You're in a new neighborhood. You can't bully the bully in a
Yeah,
new neighborhood. And you
and
end up paying for it.
Barcelona is definitely a bully, and Barcelona is definitely a bully. It's definitely a bully,
Yeah.
And then they have an amazing coach, a great team. They always put the right team in place because then
Hmm.
Spain, the championship in Spain, you need to show up with a great team and EuroLeague.
Oh, for sure.
So I mean, so I'm still shocked that the guy went ahead and shifts the crowd. Like if you do that, my man,
Yeah.
you got to be ready. You got to be ready for something to come back.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. And everybody back home, I'd like to, if you guys want to watch this game, please head over to EuroLeague.tv. We have a brand new promo code for you guys. You guys get to get 80% off the first month of EuroLeague if you type in the code 80EL. The number 8, the number 0EL. You get 80% off the first month subscription to EuroLeague TV, but that excludes those of you that live in Italy and Spain. So head over there and check that out. And please leave your comments. You got questions? We'll get to all that in the comment section of the YouTube page. Let us know who you guys are supporting. Stephane's rolling with Unix. I think Unix gets the win too, man. I think this is their revenge game from earlier in the year. So I think we're in for a treat today. So yeah, let's get to it, man, and see what ends up happening. But man, I think so. Barcelona will be playing without Mirotic today, which is good
Okay.
news for Unix. But I mean, I think one of the things is Unix. I mean, Barcelona with all their injuries. I mean, they've had Calathes out for a while. They've had Higgins out for a while. Mirotic is going to be out for the time coming. The bench has really stepped up and shown that they can carry the load and they can be effective. And I think that's just like you said, that's just Barcelona going out and getting the best team possible, and it's starting
Every
to pay
year,
off. So every year,
every
man,
year,
they're
every year, man. It doesn't matter what happened, man. Barcelona is going to show up with a great team. It's a great organization, and you
yeah.
have to respect them. Man. I lost a couple of times to them in the playoffs, so I know what it is.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. So just looking at the starting fives are on, and just looking at the starting fives right now, man, I'm really liking Unix chances right now. I think with their guard play as well as John Brown just being the defensive menace that he is, I think they have enough to kind of keep Barca in check. I think they've been known to kind of pound guys inside. With Mirotic and Davies, and you got the inside out with Sonley, but. I think that Unix is they've won 4 out of their last 5 games, and with the only loss coming to Barcelona, I think they're well prepared and suited for this game, especially with that starting five that they got right now compared to Barcelona's.
For sure, for sure. I'm really excited to see what Davies gonna do against us. I love the way he plays. Obviously, I'm
Hmm.
excited to watch Nick Calathes, one of the best point guards in the EuroLeague right now, and to
Yeah,
see how
yeah.
the guards in Onyx get to deal with him. It's gonna be a really
Hmm.
interesting game, man. It's gonna be really tough, like a lot of guard play, but definitely it's gonna be a lot of banging inside with these guys.
Yeah, for sure, man. I've been saying it since the beginning of the season, man. Like Brandon Davies needs more touches. Like he's nice
Oh,
on
for
the
sure, for
block,
sure,
man. I mean, and
for sure,
granted,
for
he's
sure.
playing on a great team, and you're not always going to get the touches that you want on a great team like that. I mean, the ball has to get spread out, but I mean, he's definitely the type of guy that can carry the load. With Mirotic out, when you need points down low, and so I think that's gonna be an interesting matchup. But going to the comments real quick, Geo World says Barcelona's gonna win. Speedwagons, looks like he said, "What's up, Stefan?" Bob B saying "Vamos Barca." Geo World said when Panathinaikos played Barcelona, I guess he was in the gym back in the day. And somebody said, Ali Ednich says, "No Lasme, no party." All right.
Hey,
I
man,
guess
you
it's a
gotta.
party today because we got him right here. I guess it's a party today then. No lies made, no
Hey,
party, man. I guess it's a
no
party.
last minute party, man. If you don't know this, then you if you don't know, you don't know, man. Everyone everyone knows me knows. There's a party at the end of the season, baby. We're winning.
Okay. Nah, I know that's right, man. And nah, I mean it looks like they're getting ready to they're getting ready with the anthems and stuff like that. But I failed to mention Barcelona's coming off a huge win against Efes, rematch of the championship for last year. They really wanted that game.
Oh
They
yeah.
definitely wanted that one. And honestly, my prediction is I got Barca winning the entire thing, man. I got Barca winning the championship this year. I think this is their revenge year. I think they got close, and I mean, they're just so deep that I believe, you know, regardless of what happens in regards to injuries and things like that, I think they'll be able to sustain it, through the playoffs. And if they have a full team at the end of when it comes to championship time, Final Four time, I think they can. I think they can jump ahead and take it home this year. So, um, but
For
yeah,
sure,
we
for sure.
gotta we gotta go ahead.
Everyone, we all expect every year for Barcelona to be in the finals because they always show up with a great team. I
Yeah,
hope it's finally the year for them, and I also want my boy Nick to win to win it. So
yeah,
I'm I'm not gonna go ahead and say I want them to win, but if they win, it'd be a great thing for them.
right.
You know,
Yeah, nah, for sure. And last game, Yokubitis, the young fella, Rokas Yokubitis, had 16 points. We're going to show a quick clip of that as this game has just got tipped off. Yokubitis has been playing really well this year, man. His kid got a lot of heart. He's fearless. You know, I've been really impressed with him this year in EuroLeague. But it looks like the game is tipped off, and we knotted at 0, man. So let's see if your boys can go sneak one out. Let's see if they can sneak one out on that home floor, man. How loud do you think it is in that gym right now?
it's loud as hell, man. Um, it's a tough place to play, especially
Hmm.
with the echo and all that stuff they have over there. They have some stuff that's strange echo in that gym. So to be it's not. I won't say that it's something like a Red Star or um Olympiacos gym, but it's definitely one of the
Hmm.
gym where you hear a pin drop at every possession, and the fans
Yeah.
are so close to you. The fans are so close to you, and it's hard to concentrate sometimes.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, I think it goes. Like when you play basketball, obviously you notice, but it's very tough, man. When you're in a loud gym like that, communication in basketball is huge. And as guards, we need to hear them screens coming out, you know what I mean? And as bigs, you guys got to communicate as well. And it really makes a difference, in the game. So i think uh I think it's really important to have those fans and have that participation in that noise. You know what I mean? It
Right, right.
definitely gives a home
I
team
mean,
an
it's
advantage.
it's the beauty about European basketball. The fans, it's something that
Hmm.
you can only find maybe in college. It's not you can find in college and in the NCAA, but playing in Europe, fans are a big part of the game, and playing for the
Oh
right
yeah.
team with the right fans, you can go all the way. You can help you get win a championship. I'm a big believer in that.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And Laprovitola just knocked down a tray ball on a free from Calathes, man. So what was it like playing with Calathes, man? It's funny, man. I've heard a lot of things about how cool he is and stuff like that. And he always just looks so serious on the court, man. But they talk about his personality and how cool he is. Some of his teammates like Tyrese Rice was on here earlier, and So what was your experience like playing with Calathes in your career, late in your
I mean,
career?
he's a great point guard, man, in every level. I mean, to
Mm-hmm.
me he's an NBA level player. He can see the whole floor and direct the team offensively like no other player in the EuroLeague. He makes the game so easy.
Mm-hmm.
You never feel pressure on defense really to run your set quickly because he makes sure you guys run the set right. And
Right.
I won't even talk about his vision. Like we all know that his vision is crazy. Like he's like NBA top level vision. It's almost
Right.
like remind us like almost like a Jason Kidd type of player. I would say. I mean, I don't want to say he's
Yeah.
Jason Kidd, but
Hmm.
it's like a Jason Kidd type
Right.
of
Right.
player.
Right.
He can go with speed and make decisions on the fly and great decision. And as we know,
Yeah.
playing in Europe, decision making is one of the best skills to have playing European basketball. Oh
Yeah.
wow,
Nah, for
hey
sure.
man, big man got game.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah. Oh,
the,
John Brown can hoop. John Brown can
yeah,
hoop now, but we got a pregame clip from Barcelona's head coach, and let's see what's happening there. See what he had to say
Nice.
before the game.
I think easy points. I think it's important not to turn the ball over for us. We had 23 turnovers in the first game in Barcelona. They scored a lot of transition points against us, and then rebounding. All the things that is a big fight. It's a lot of details, and those are normally the most important.
Tonight.
Okay. Man, so it's funny. We got a comment in the comment section. Keithas from Barcelona says Cannon, and he has the emoji with the with the finger over the mouth. He said he better shut his mouth today. The Barcelona fans definitely didn't forget about that. They definitely didn't
No.
forget about that for like. No, that's
I mean,
hilarious.
Unix fans gonna. I'm hoping Unix fans show up today. I mean, they tend to show up in big game and the gym's full, man. So, if the fans can help him get this win, it'd be great, and help my man Cannon get back, get his pride back, man, because he can't be out there shushing gyms and not win the game. Come on now.
Let's go back to Cannon's tweet that he had. We showed it earlier, but let's go back to Cannon's tweet that he had after that game. But it looks like we're having a little technical difficulties with that. But yeah, so Isaiah Cannon, he went to Twitter after the game, and let's see, what did the tweet said, "Tough loss. We will bounce back for sure. One thing about me, I don't back down from nothing or challenges. It only fuels me. Good game, though. We will meet again." And again is today. So let's see if he's able to have a good game here and spark these guys, man. But I think Onyx is, they have a great team. So I think it's going to be a competitive game, regardless of what happens. And, Isaiah's been playing really well this year. So, I think they have enough to make this game competitive. So, yeah, it should be interesting.
No, it should definitely be a good game. I mean, Unix definitely got a chip on his shoulders, and being in Russia right now with that cold weather, for sure, Barcelona's Woo! For sure, Barcelona is feeling that cold.
For sure, the cold air
right now. yeah. I mean, Kazan is cold, man. It's one of the coldest places. It's probably the coldest place in EuroLeague. I can tell you that. And
big block.
It's definitely going to be a tough start. I love that guy too, man. He came back from
Hezonja?
Yeah, he came back from the
Yeah, Mario Hezonja.
Comes to me with some stuff in him, man. I mean, I never really watched him before he got to EuroLeague, and he got some stuff in him, man. And he's tough player with a big ego.
Oh, for sure.
So
yeah, for sure. No, I mean, I think every player needs to have somewhat of an ego. You need to have that voice inside of you that is saying, like, I'm better than what I think I am. You know what I mean? And that's how you're successful. You know what I mean? You can't, if you're that type of player that's questioning yourself, you'll never be successful, man. I feel like every player has to think that they're better than they are. And I think that's that's one thing with him. He was actually a teammate with SARS back in the day, the head coach of Barcelona. So I know for sure he wants this win, as they were teammates back in 2012, 2013. So it's going to be
that dub. He won that.
No, for sure he does.
That went bad.
For sure he does, man. You got to have the bragging rights, man. Bragging rights are everything. Bragging rights are everything, man. Yo, I wanted to ask you, so like going back to Calathes, and obviously just being like a great passer, and you ever did he ever used to catch you off guard with some of the passes? Sometimes when you playing with a passer like that, you don't think that you're open, and then somehow he just zips it there. You just like, oh, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of those guys, man. You might think he doesn't see you, And as a big, like screen and roll, sometimes you screen your roll, and you kind of, after a while, you kind of give up on the play because you might not get it the first time, the second time. But I mean, after with experience, you learn to just stay with it. But Nick is definitely that guy that you screen and you just don't think you're gonna get it, and all of a sudden the ball smack you in the face. You always have to be ready for him, man, because he's one of the best out there. He has great vision. I mean, what helped me really preparing for him was playing with Diamantidis. Diamantidis is basically the same.
Yeah.
Basically the same way. You have to be ready at all time to catch the ball. So I had a good base with that kind of player. But Nick, you have to be ready for him because he will cuss you out too if you're not ready. He will beat your ass. So you gotta be ready for Nick.
That's a good leader, man. That is definitely a good leader, man. Letting you know. But we had a timeout. So score is 11-8. Unics Kazan is up against FC Barcelona. We got a tight game here early, but yeah, man. I think that's really cool, man. You've had the opportunity to play with such great guards, and and obviously, you being one of the more popular and storied bigs in EuroLeague in recent EuroLeague history as well, man. I think it's just really cool. The dopest thing I think about this show, man, is just having so much talent and so many guys that have done just amazing things over the year to kind of come back and talk about their experiences that they've had, but also experiences of players that are still playing, like a Calathes, and bring it back to life. I remember last week we had a long talk about Diamantidis. Like, he was one of my favorite guards. When I first came over to Europe, he was a guard that I was watching on EuroLeague, and and I've said it episode after episode. Diamantidis was one of my favorite European guards like ever, to watch. So I can only imagine, what it was like playing with the talent like that. What was his personality like off the court, Diamantidis?
Yeah, man, he's definitely an odd one. I mean.
Mm-hmm.
To tell you the truth, like before I played with him, I didn't get it. Like I was almost the other guy. The guy on the other team was kind of a hater. Like, why they think he's that good? I don't think it's that good because that big ego that makes me believe that I'm better than everybody else. That guy was complaining. I'm like, I never got it. Like, I understood that he was playing for Panathinaikos and he was such a great guy, great player, and when you watch his scouting report, you understand what he does for his team, but it's just never clicked when I was watching like how good he was until we played together. And I mean, today, it's like he's my favorite on the floor as a teammate. He's like my favorite to play with. Like, just when it comes to basketball, just straight basketball. I'm not talking about personality. As a basketball player, he literally makes you better every position. He makes everyone better around him. He's that guy. You cannot deny it if you're on the team with him. He's he's not. There's no selfish bone in him. He doesn't even want to shine. He doesn't want to be talked about. Like the guy, don't. I mean, Diamantidis is just different. When we played, he didn't even own a computer. He's all about business. He all about he was all about like just being great at basketball and making
basketball.
Yeah. So it's definitely an odd one, man. Yeah. 3D will stay out there. Like, it's in my mind all the time. Like, when I think about basketball, I think about nowadays. I think like, what would Diamantidis do in that position? After playing with him, you kind of get that sense. Like, he just always makes the right decision. It's like it's almost it's almost irky, as a player, because you fuck up. I mean, sorry, you mess up, and you mess up. So, but him, you almost feel like he just doesn't, because he makes great decisions all the time.
Right. No, that's a bet, man, and we apologize for the foul language, but we'll watch out for it. And but yeah, no, that's really cool that you got to play with him. But back to the game, man. John Brown III is killing. He is Man,
Work.
he's got at least 4 buckets, man. He is on a tear right now, and I love to see it. But we got a replay of that Mario Hezonja alley oop that we're going to show right now.
Make up his mind. He's not going to be able to take away the jump shot and the drive. Brown sticking his hands in the cookie jar and stealing the ball. And Lorenzo Brown with the pass, and Hezonja does the rest.
That's nice. Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
And that many
even
that
that
can do
even
that,
that
man, in
play.
Europe.
Nah, not that many, man. And but even going back to that play, John Brown started with the steal and the deflection. You know, he's had I think he's had multiple games this year with like 5 steals or more. He's a problem, man. He's a menace. He's athletic. He's active. Got a motor, and you know, I mean, obviously, you know, as being a EuroLeague Defender of the Year, man, you got to have a motor to make things move on defense, and he's definitely have it. And I think he's definitely in the running for EuroLeague Defender of the Year this year as well. But I mean, going back to that year, you won EuroLeague's Best Defender. Defense always been a part of your makeup. You know what was your mentality like defensively? During your playing career.
I always pride myself in being one of the best defenders wherever I play. You know, it's something that just came naturally for me. I just never really worked on it. By the time I got to Europe, I just understood it's one thing that set me apart from all the other players, and I should just focus on being great at it.
Right.
When that year we won is that year in Panathinaikos. I mean, playing on a big team, as you know, you can have all the talent in the world, but everybody touches and time and what you can do in a game is limited because everyone is talented. Everyone is great. Everyone's coming from a great background, great team. Everyone is coming from a team where they were the leader. So you really have to find your spot and how you're gonna help the team. And defense has always been my anchor, and the way I can help the team. I always felt that there was no other big that could play defense like me in Europe. I mean, even if now I'm 39, I'll go over there and I say the same thing. So I wanna that year I knew one thing I had to bring on the floor. Every game is different. Like the team made sure to let me know in the beginning of the season. That's one thing that I have to bring every game. And I'm an effort guy. So I just give it all every time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a value, especially playing with a player like yourself that's able to defend and not only just defend his positions, but defend multiple positions. I think is it's a blessing, and I remember I played with Brian Randall, who he spent some years on Maccabi and stuff, and every time we would switch with Brian Randall. And the guards, they waving everybody down. I'm like, all right, go ahead, try your luck. Because I'm like, B. Randall gonna sit down with you. So it's funny, man, when you got one of those bigs that can guard multiple positions and wreak havoc. I mean, it's definitely a blessing for a team, man. But real quick, we got to go to this. We got to go to our head-to-head matchup today. We got a head-to-head matchup every day, every EuroLeague Watchalong. Today's featured players are Unics Kazan's Isaiah Cannon and Barcelona's Leprovitola. Both players obviously are integral parts of their team. Isaiah Cannon has made more three-pointers this season than any other player in the competition. He's third in the league for three-point percentage. His first season in EuroLeague. He's played with Unics for a number of years. He's shooting 47% from three-pointer, and Nicholas Leprovitola. He's just 2 assists shy, 300 assists. He's been stepping up a lot when Calathes was down with the injuries and whatnot. And, I expect him to have a really good game. So those are the 2 players we're going to watch, for the rest of this game. But let's get back. We got 30 seconds left. Unics Kazan, 15-14. We got a low-scoring game, man. It's a slugfest, but it's tight like we thought it'd be. But we got 30 seconds left in this first quarter. John Brown. First quarter in Europe,
First quarter in
man.
Europe, everybody's hyped, man. Everybody gets hyped in the first
Yeah,
quarter. But it definitely doesn't determine the game. I'm hoping Unix
definitely.
sustain the effort, man. Because
Yeah,
Barcelona is only getting started. I know this first quarter was just
right.
to get a feel, and I'm hoping John Brown continue like this, man. He is killing them right now.
Yeah, nah, John Brown's a problem, man, and that's where I say that, like, and even thinking about like you said, like Unix being able to sustain the effort. When you got guys like John Brown and Hezonja who just naturally play with that type of energy, it becomes contagious. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like
Hmm.
you can't not give an effort when you got John Brown flying around, hedging out, trying to steal the ball on the way back to the big, stuff like that. It kind of keeps your whole team hyped and on the same level. So I think Onyx is definitely
It's,
going to feed off that energy. And
it's Unix, man. If you ever play Unix, you win this game, you might get something. Unix is big on bonuses after the games, so
oh
I
yeah,
know these guys
okay.
are yeah, these guys are playing with
Oh yeah, they out there fighting. They out there fighting,
fighting,
man.
man.
But that's
Hey, I hope they win this stuff, man, because that's what's going on out there. Unix, the owners are great when it comes. They love basketball so much, man. They do everything to make sure you show up and play.
uh,
So I hope these
that's
guys got
funny,
this
man.
this
Well,
in mind, man.
nah, no doubt, man. And that's the end of the first quarter. We have a score of 17-14. Unics Kazan is up top right now. And while I have y'all attention back home, please check out the EuroLeague Fantasy Challenge. It's the first EuroLeague fantasy league where you get to manage, buy teams. I mean, buy players, trade players. You get to own your own team, play GM for a season, and play against your friends. It's a great time. Head over to fantasychallenge.euroleague.net. Um, we also have the top fantasy players from last week. Um, as we got Poirier, who cost 12 credits this year. Yabusele cost 12 credits today. As of last week, Yabusele cost another 12.1 credits. Daniel Hackett's coming in at 7.9 credits. Corey Walden at 8.9 and Mike James 15.3 credits this season if you want to acquire those players on your team. So Stephane, if you had to build a fantasy team, who would you draft first from the EuroLeague? Who would be your first pick?
First pick. Today's players. Um,
Yeah, today's players.
I, I, um, hey man, I love that. The Nick, obviously. I mean, Nick is a legit
Hmm.
point guard.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll focus. Um, man, I
Start
love
with the
Mike James.
PG.
Like
Yeah.
Nick and Mike James in the backcourt. Um, when it comes to the bigs, I definitely would have if I had to pick a big, I definitely would have Mirotic, man. Mirotic is out there, man. He's out there
Yeah.
showing every game.
Oh,
He's
for sure.
consistent.
For sure.
Um,
For sure.
but it's hard to pick sometimes, man, because with our experience, we know there is a lot of big players that are playing on big teams, and the stat doesn't show the
Hmm.
true value.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Like a
like a lot of
Tavares.
guys
I
are
mean, it's like
right.
Tavares. Any minute he's on the floor, like 3-point shooters are open because you have to crash
Every
down.
time.
Like he draws the whole defense in. And I think that,
And what can you
he's a
do? You
player
can't
that,
do
like, when you
nothing with
look at
him.
him on paper, no, you can't. And it's like when you look at his stats on paper, it's like, yo, his numbers don't jump out at you crazy, but his value is way
Hmm.
more than his numbers say.
Definitely,
So
man.
yeah, he's
It's like,
definitely that's a great point. And second quarter is underway, and Corey Higgins comes out with a tray ball to tie the game up. Man,
that's another
it's funny
that's
when
another
you
one too. Corey Higgins
oh yeah, he's
is
tough,
super good.
so efficient.
Super good.
So efficient.
Yes, yes.
Just needs a couple dribbles. He's gonna get you to a nice shot, or he's gonna make a play for somebody else. But
Hmm.
John Brown had 3 steals in that first quarter, man. 3 steals.
Damn.
Like this dude he's liable to get to 6 or 7 by the end of this game, man. It's crazy, man. He's playing. He must have heard word about that bonus, man.
I'm telling you, man. Then now, if you put it on Onyx, man. You know what's up. Right now at home, Barcelona, it's a big game. You get that one, you might not have to worry about. You might not have to worry about the rest of the season, man. If your salary come on time or anything, it's gonna be all good.
Yeah. Nah, and you got the crowd there cheering you on. You got the crowd there cheering you on. It's definitely.
I mean, when you look at the Russian teams, Unics got one of the best fan base. Unics is definitely one of the teams in Russia with the best fan base. I mean, their fan base is probably, I would say, it's slightly. Their fans are slightly better than CSKA, because CSKA is a fancy team to me, and Unics is like a grinding team. It's a small city. I mean, it's a lovely city. Like, the people are great, and the only thing they have out there is hockey and basketball. So they're always at the game.
Okay. Right. Yeah, no, I think I mean, every time you watch a Unics game, I mean, the fans are there. You know, it's packed out. You know, they're loud, and you know, I think that's interesting. You said they have a better fan base than CSKA. And then sometimes, man, I think that sometimes you could have teams with a smaller fan base that are just bring more energy to the arena. You know, sometimes it has to do with the arena. Sometimes it has to do, the size of the arena or how close the fans are to the court. But, sometimes you'll have like a smaller team, but when they get inside that gym, the impact is greater. You know what I mean? Especially when you're the visiting team. So
for sure.
Yeah, nah. I definitely think that's definitely possible, man. But going back to one of your seasons, you led EuroLeague in offensive rebounding. Now everybody always talks about like the Dennis Rodman clip and how Dennis Rodman was describing rebounding and stuff like that. Like, what was your knack, or how did you become? What was your keys to being such a great offensive rebounder? Was it just effort, or were you really like you knew who was going to shoot, or how did you think about offensive rebounding when you played?
I was mostly effort, man, and I wanted to score. I mean, one big reason why I wanted to go to offensive board is I wanted to score. Rarely, most of the team I play for, I first got signed because of my what I bring in defensively. So it's not like there were that many. It didn't come until later in my career when I had plays drawn for me. So when I wanted to get buckets, I wanted to focus on just get offensive rebounds and get as many touches as I could. And as you know, offensive rebound is a great way to just get a quick bucket, man. If you can get one and just go back up real quick, and it gives also the team an extra possession. So I just focused on that before the game. I just wanted to just knew in my mind give myself a couple of goals, how many rebounds to get, and just go on the game and just leave it all on the floor.
No, that's what's up, man. It's I think, and just real quick for the fans back home, Barcelona has gone on a run and they are now up 17-24 here in the second quarter. But going back, it's funny. One of my old teammates is Ibrahim Fall-Fai. He's a big man on Monaco this year in EuroLeague. And when we played together in France, he used to always joke around like, man, pass me the ball. And I'm like, yo, you want the ball? Go get it off the rim. If I miss. I was like, if I miss, go get it off the rim. That's the only way you're getting it from me. Like, that's the only way you're getting it from me. Go get it off the rim. But
that's what's wrong with you guards. That's what's wrong with you guards over there in Europe, man. You just
Hey, everybody wants to score, man. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to score.
Everybody wants to go, and in Europe there ain't that many possessions. So you gotta get it, man.
I know.
So
but it's like if you're a big and you're a great offensive rebounder, like you said, it's just those are free points. So outside of the plays
Yep.
that may get drawn for you or pick and rolls, like you could add an extra 6 points just off of like offensive rebounds, especially when you got that motor, you got that energy, and like it's a point blank putback. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right, right, man.
yeah, no, I
Yeah,
think
man. When
it's
you're big, when you're big like me, man, I'm 6'8", and I was kind of light on my feet, man. It's not that easy to get them rebounds with those big European guys
yeah,
out
yeah,
there, man.
big
That's what
big
that's
strong guy.
that's that's what you guys didn't get at the time. You know, it's not that easy, man.
Yeah, nah, I know. Y'all down there wrestling. Y'all down there wrestling. I'm already knowing, man. But going back to the game, Unix is down 5, 19-24, man. Man, I think Unix gotta get some stops. It's a nice move by Davies down there, man. I'll tell you, Davies is tough on the block. He is so tough,
Davis is man.
man.
I love his
Man,
game. I
I
love his
really
game. He
like
can
it.
do
Yeah, for
everything
sure.
out there. He can
Oh
shoot a
yeah, for
little,
sure, man.
rebound, post up. He can
hmm
read the
He gonna
game. He's
defend.
calm. He's gonna defend exactly. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, that game. I mean, it's like I was saying earlier, man. That first quarter
hmm
is everything at home, man. Just start. Ooh, hey, man, that dude Brown is cooking.
hmm
the
Yeah.
first that first quarter in Europe, man, you got to bring like you usually bring everything, man. Everyone's excited, and it's only the second quarter that things settle down. And I think right now is the time for Onyx to just slow down a little bit on offense and trying to get some stops, like you said, man.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. They definitely need to get some stops because man, it's tough, man. It's tough playing against a team like Barcelona. You know, Nick's out there orchestrating everybody, getting them in the right spots. You got Corey Higgins out there who's also capable of carrying the team. Um,
Right.
you know, it's tough, man. It's definitely tough. You got to get some stops and continue to play with that energy. But you know, Unix has won 8 of 11 games at home, so they definitely play better at the house. They just gotta string some stops
Yeah,
together.
for
But
sure.
you know, they're still in range, 21-26. You know, and everybody back home, please don't forget to continue to leave your comments, questions. Anything you guys want us to address. If you're looking to watch this game, head over to EuroLeague TV, the EuroLeague.tv. We have a promotional code 80EL, the number 8, the number 0EL, and you'll get 80% off the first month of EuroLeague TV. But that excludes those of you that live in Italy and Spain. And looks like we got an and one here. So Onyx is they're hanging around, man. I think one of the things definitely worth mentioning is Lorenzo Brown's playmaking ability as he just got the assist there. I think coming over to Unix this year. I mean, Lorenzo Brown has obviously always been the type of player to do a little bit of everything, as many players in EuroLeague. But and I mentioned this on the show before. It's like when you're really good at a particular skill, let's say like scoring the ball, people overlook your playmaking ability. You know what I mean? And I think it's the same for
Yep.
like Mike James. You know what I mean? Mike James doesn't get enough credit
Mm-hmm.
for how good of a passer he is, and he's leading EuroLeague in scoring. Like, I mean, in assists.
Right.
But we always talk about his
Yep.
scoring because he hits tough shots. And I think Lorenzo Brown's another one of those players, man. Like, even the last time they met, he had last time these two teams they went to overtime. Lorenzo Brown had 27.7 rebounds and 9 assists. So
Ooh.
uh, as a playmaker, Lorenzo Brown, I think maybe he's starting to get the credit, but I think he deserves more credit. And John Brown, man, he's you just can't throw the ball over there, man. Anywhere he's
It's
at, you
tough,
can't throw the
man.
ball in John Brown's direction. As the Provatola hits another tray ball, 24 to,
That's tough.
to, to 31 on my end. Uh, but this is coming up to be a really good game here. They going back and forth. I'm loving the energy.
Yeah, it's
Man,
like
Lorenzo
a
Brown
high
blessed.
energy game, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell yeah, it's a high energy game, man. I mean, I hope Unix continue with the same intensity, man. It's the only way It's the only way to get to that Barcelona team, because these guys are playing
Oh, for
real
sure.
calm right now. Barcelona, you
Man,
can
look at
definitely tell
Isaiah.
by the way.
You see Isaiah Cannon down there fighting against the big.
Fighting, yeah. Strong man. Got to do
Hey,
it.
man,
He
he
wanted to
holding it
switch.
down for the guards, man. I love to see it. I love to see it. Hey,
Hey
going
man,
back
you
to the
got.
ego, conversation, man. Anytime a guard switch on
Yep.
the big, it's personal. It's personal. Like, I don't need no
Oh,
help.
it's personal.
I
Yeah, it's personal. You guys, it's just the guards are just all wrong in there. It's more personal for us than you guys, because you do not want to get stopped by the guard, man. You don't want
oh,
to.
I know. Bigs got all the
On the
pressure.
switch. What? The big out of pressure, because if you don't score, they're gonna look at you and say, "Really, man? Really? You can't score on the guard?" This is why we're not giving you the ball, Steph. This is why we're not giving you the ball, Steph.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah,
That is hilarious. Yeah, I
man.
think
It's one
that
thing
was
I
always
learned
one
early,
thing.
bro. I learned that shit
Yeah, you gotta punish the
early,
guards, huh?
man. You got to make sure you get the bucket, man. If you get it one time, if you get it 2 times in a game on the switch, you got to make sure you score as a big man. Because if you don't, even the foul doesn't count, man. If you don't, it's not coming back. It's not coming.
Even the foul doesn't count. That's tough,
The
man.
foul
That's
doesn't
tough.
count.
We got a question for you here in the comments. Speedwagon says, Stephane, Real Madrid or Barcelona? Who do you like more?
Um, for the win, I'm a fan of Lou, man. I love Lou. I want him to win
Okay.
again. I'm a Real Madrid, but this year I definitely
Okay.
think Barcelona got the better team.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to I definitely have to agree with that. I think I think Barcelona definitely has the better team. I think they're both extremely deep, but I think Barcelona's a little deeper and they're playing a little better together, a little more cohesively.
Right.
But I have both
Yes.
of them going to the Final Four this year. I got both of them going to the Final
Yeah.
Four. Yeah, and I think so. My Final Four is Barcelona, Real Madrid. I got Milan getting there, and then my sleeper is Olympiacos. Olympiacos hasn't lost at
Again.
home, and
Again.
I got
You
them
know.
being my sleepers sneaking in there in the Final Four. I got Ephes out, man. I got Ephes out, so that's my Final Four
I
this
take.
year.
All right, man. I agree with everything, but Olympiacos. I put FS out there
You
before
put Ephes
Olympiacos.
out
I know
there,
Olympiacos. And
yeah,
Billy is not in Olympiacos no more. Billy's not there, man. There's no more. It's over.
yeah, that's true.
They're
Okay,
gonna hate me
all
for saying
right.
this, but I don't care.
I'm
Billy's
about to
not
say
there. He's
we
gone.
always got some Greek fans. We always got some Greek fans in the comments. We always got some Greek fans in the comments. I don't know if they're gonna like that one, but
Hey,
nah, for sure,
I don't have a choice. I'm supposed to say this just because I play for Panathinaikos.
right. Nah, that's a
I
fact,
don't
man.
have a
You
choice.
staying true. You staying true to it.
Staying
So
true,
I
man.
can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that at all, man. It's no, I think this whole EuroLeague season, man, it's really unpredictable, and I think that this year it's going to be a lot of parity. Leading up to that Final Four because F has started off so bad, and now they come roaring back, and then you got teams like Unix who have played extremely well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the second half of the EuroLeague season shapes up. But we got this clip of the Smith's dunk that we're gonna replay. I think
Home
it's
for the
10th
slam
one.
dunk. Powers it home for the slam dunk. Powers.
Yo, what is it
Barcelona
about
is
a
real
tip
deep.
dunk? A tip dunk just feels better than a regular dunk. I don't know why, but it just feels better than a regular dunk to me. You just
Because
grab it off the rim and then
yeah.
dunk it back in. It's just a
Dunk
more
it back in.
aggressive. Yeah.
You time it better.
It's
You time it better than everybody else on the floor. Your timing is better.
right,
You
right,
jumped
right,
higher.
right. Yeah.
No one is ready for it, and you just surprise the whole team. You surprise yourself sometimes. I
Hmm.
surprised myself a couple of times. You jump, you grab the ball, and you realize the rim is there. Dunk it real
Right.
quick. Yeah, you're definitely right. It's definitely a better dunk than a regular dunk.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. And going back to these teams, man, they surveyed all the EuroLeague GMs, and both teams were mentioned in the survey. Unix was listed as the most surprising team with 66% of the votes, and 94% of the GMs thought that Barcelona would make it to the Final Four, and they were also named the
Hmm.
most uncomfortable opponent. I don't think
Right.
anybody can disagree with that. I mean, nobody really wants
Hmm.
to see
Hmm.
Barcelona at any point in the season, and Unix is definitely, possibly the most surprising team this season. Nobody really expected them to come out and play as well as they have. I mean, they're sitting in seventh place right now, but they've had a few games postponed. So I think Onyx is, they're going to hang around, man. I think I got them making the playoffs, and I think they're a difficult team to see in the playoffs because of that energy that they play
Hmm.
with, and obviously they defend too. Defense is so
For
important
sure, for sure.
in EuroLeague.
For sure, it's everything. Defense is everything, and I mean, you can just look by the roster, man. They got some guys they got a lot of guys with experience, like Voronchevich. You got Final
Hmm.
Four, many Final Four experience. They got some
Hmm.
guys in there that just know what to do, and they don't have a bad coach either. Coach got a lot of experience too,
Yeah.
and all these other guys that are kind of new to EuroLeague, European basketball, with all the energy, wanted to prove that they belong. So you got like a great mix of a player on that team, and I'm not surprised at the result.
Yeah. No,
But I
for
mean,
sure, man. But
Barcelona, man, they deep as hell, man. I don't know how they gonna do that,
yeah,
but
they super deep,
that's
super deep,
that's a
man.
super dude.
But let's take a quick look at our player head-to-head matchup. Let's pop in and see where both guys are right now. We got Lorenzo Brown has 10 points, and then Laprovitola has 6. So these two players are definitely putting their bid in. They're definitely putting their bid in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
game. So Lorenzo Brown he's come to play too, man. John Brown got to get a mention too, man. Somewhere can't mention Unix today without mentioning John Brown. Um,
You cannot. He does everything for them right now. He's in every possession. He touched the ball in every possession. He has touched the ball in
oh,
every
for
possession
sure,
on offense,
for sure.
and I'm a fan of bigs that switch on the screen. So he
Yeah,
he
yeah,
definitely
nah, for
he
sure,
switch everything. He guards bigs. He guards guards. Like I love that. I love it.
man. I wish for his sake, that's a nice move. For his sake, I wish they kept track of deflections. Because I mean, I've seen a number
Yeah,
of
yeah.
plays where he's deflected the ball. You know what I mean? I think the deflections is a
Hmm.
key stat. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I
mean,
agree. I
he's getting
agree.
his hands on
Deflection,
everything. He's getting his
deflection
hands
is
on
everything,
everything.
man.
So, not for sure, man. That's but we got a 30-33. Barcelona is up 3 points right now. Onyx is as John Brown gets fouls going back to the line. Yo, I love John Brown, man. He's quickly becoming like my favorite player, man. This is my first time watching him on the watch along. I've been following his career the last couple of years, man. But seeing him do this at this level, playing with this energy, man, is it's a pleasure to see. As we got a minute and 11 left with John Brown at the free throw line, 30-33. Um, man,
I mean,
he's
the deal. The deal right now, when you for all these people that don't understand the psychology of players, when you play on the smaller team and you finally get a chance to play against these big teams, you better bring your A
hmm.
game because you you
Oh
you
yeah.
you thinking about the future. The whole game is like you.
Oh yeah,
Those
for
games are
sure.
the games that determine
They get you
determine
paid.
the type of players you
they
get.
get,
The game that gets you paid, man. That's the game that gets you paid. Like, you know, either if you kill Barcelona, you might be in
Yeah,
Barcelona next year. So
yeah, yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad you understand the assignment, man. They know what to do. Today's is the day to get paid. It's not a regular game, man. You can't take this game lightly. And if you play in
Mm-hmm.
Europe, you have to understand that early in your career, those opportunities only come once or twice a season, and you got to capitalize, man, because you don't want to regret this game. Yeah. So I'm happy for him. I mean, even if I'm happy for him, you know, even though Unix is a big team with a great budget, you know, you have to show that against those Final Four type of teams, because that's how you you put a name out there for yourself. You prepare yourself for next year. You prepare yourself for like the following years in your career through just one game like this.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. He's I mean, he's a talent, man, and he's completely changed this game. He's got them down to like you said, a Final Four team. As we got 50 seconds left, and he's got 4 steals in the first half, 14 points, 4 steals. You know, and I mean, he's missed 3 free throws, so he's left that on the table. You know what I mean? So it's like he's having a monster game. Oh, that's a nice lob there. It's a nice lob there to James Nagy. James is just 17 years old, young player for Barcelona, who's getting his chance against John Brown.
How many bigs we saw already from Barcelona? I think we saw like 5 different bigs already down there.
Yeah, no, they put out they letting these guys play, man.
Shout out to the coach, man. That's one other thing that we felt to talk about. The coach, Barcelona coach, is a player's coach.
Oh yeah, Sarge, yeah, for sure.
Sarge is a player's coach, so you can even tell by the way they play that he's a basketball player, man. And you can feel like the way he coaches, the way he talks to his player, you can feel it through the way they're playing right now.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And that's the end of the first half. We got Barcelona 35, Unics Kazan 31. Man, I think the standout player that during that first half, I think on the definitely on the Unics side for me was John Brown, but you know, on Barcelona's side, Corey Higgins definitely stepped up with 8 points. So, man, this game's gonna come down to the wire, and I'm excited to see what the second half is. But first, let's take a look and see what else is going on around EuroLeague.
Sit tight, strap in, and hold on to your hats. And how about the throwdown from Derek Williams? Guterich. Oh, he makes an incredible bounce pass to Booker. Are you kidding me?
Oh, Scotty Wilkins.
What a slam by Caldera! As they say in Texas Hold'em, it's time to go all in. Slam by Majema! Oh, the dime! The assistencia!
And they are not backing into postseason play. They have just knocked the door off its hinges, haven't they?
Oh, what drama! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Wow!
After leading the EuroCup with 45 steals last campaign, John Brown III is ready to deploy his stealth in the EuroLeague, disrupting at the defensive end.
John Brown says, get out of here.
Dynamic, diligent, and athletic from John Brown.
Oh, he picks the pocket inside and one! What a great hustle play by John Brown!
It's a lost art. So, you know, by me being the last artist or currently known artist, you know, in that field, it's a good feeling. But I like to, you know, make it difficult for anybody to score. So, and I hate getting scored on also. So that kind of like plays a balance for me.
Brown is certainly working hard, and he strips it away. Great work from John Brown.
I think he'll be the best defender, what Calathes was for years. You know, establishing himself as a, you know, as a very, very, very great player in this league. I think John is the next one in line for that.
JB's a dog, man. I feel like he can guard just about anybody out there. He comes in here every day. From what I've seen, he comes in here every day and he works. He tries to, you know what I'm saying, enhance his game to the next level. And I feel like he will be very successful by doing that.
Only thing you can teach on defense is like defensive positioning. But in terms of attacking the ball, that's just totally up to the player. It depends on how bad you want to win. If you want to win, he'll go after the ball every chance he gets.
Pivotal in Unics Kazan's progress to the EuroCup finals last season, Brown was named to the All-EuroCup second team. Now the 29-year-old forward steps into the spotlight on Europe's biggest stage.
It's about time. That's how I feel. It's about time. You know, it's a good feeling to climb the ranks as I did and finally, you know, make it to the top spot over here overseas. I worked hard last season, but in my opinion, not to my fullest potential. So this year, I don't want to leave no rock unturned. So I'll just, you know, up my level in work ethic, up my level in practice intensity and things of that nature. So it'll be easier in the game.
Brown's dogged determination is a key component of Unics Kazan's identity so far this season. His consistent effort will be crucial as the Russians seek to establish themselves in the EuroLeague.
We're here to stay. We're not afraid of anybody. We're going to play hard, we're going to play tough, and we're going to play our game.
Telegraphed by John Brown, who seems to show unlimited energy.
I honestly thought it would take longer to reach this point in my career, but you know, you never know what's going to happen. You know, if you put the work in. So by me being here now at such an early stage in my career is magnificent, and hopefully I'll be an inspiration to some of those guys that came from the corners that I did, that never give up and just, you know, keep fighting and wait your turn.
John Brown, that's a nice feature on John Brown. He's a criminal out there, man. He's leading EuroLeague in steals this year. He's #1 in steals, as he was in EuroCup last year. He said it's a lost art, and I find that interesting. I don't know if defense is a lost art, man. I feel like, you know, in almost every league, you got guys that are dedicated to that defensive end. But I think it's a lost art in the sense that not everybody wants to do that. But, I mean, I feel like it's always been like that. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I think it's a lost art in the sense that underappreciated for sure.
Underappreciated because, I mean, no one wants to watch a defensive game. You know, people want to watch people score and all that stuff. So it's definitely underappreciated, but I don't think it's a lost art. There's a lot of guys out there making a living off playing defense. I mean, I'm one of them. So, and I know of many players in the same situation I was. Just some guys are just great at it, and some teams need it really bad. Like nobody played defense. No one played defense in Europe, man. No one played defense. So if you play defense, you stand out. I mean, it's not like you got a whole bunch of athletic guys out there like in the NBA. So.
Yeah, but let's go to video 1 second and we'll be right back.
Sit tight, strap in and hold on to your hats. And how about the throwdown from Derek Williams?
Guterich. Oh, he makes an incredible bounce pass to Booker. Are you kidding me? Oh, Scotty Wilkins.
What a slam up Caldera!
Yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, no, I think you know, obviously nobody's selling out tickets to go watch defense, but you know, a player like that, I will say that one thing that he's doing that is extremely rare is leading the league in steals as a big is tough. It's very tough, and I think that it's I think it's interesting because I think a lot more bigs could do it because, offensively, a lot of offenses go through the bigs, especially in today's game. They go through the bigs up top as far as swinging the ball and stuff. And a lot of John Brown steals come from that little cheap reversal pass that guards just want to just toss to the big, or the big just gets lazy over there because he's not used to, handling the ball up top. And, I think he takes advantage of that. And I think a lot of other bigs could as well. But hats off to him. He has basketball instincts to do that so well. But I think it's unheard of to think of a big as your league leader in steals. I think that's definitely remarkable.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's usually like point guard and twos leading the game in that aspect. And I'm shocked. I didn't know until today. So to watch him play and just know now that he's the leading steals, I mean, you understand. You can only understand by just watching him play. He brings so much into the game, and he's athletic, high energy, huge motor, and I can't wait to the second half, man. Can't wait until the second half.
Yeah. When you were playing, who were some of the bigs you were impressed with defensively?
Defensively, I mean, there's a bunch, man. Calathes. Who else? It's funny how now the names are just the names are not coming, but I just have the faces in my head. Calathes, Othello, Hunter.
Hunter. That's right.
What's my man from FS? Brian Dunstan.
Brian Dunstan.
Yeah. All these guys. Sean James. You remember from Sean James? He was in Maccabi.
Sean James. My God.
Sean James. There's a whole bunch of guys, man. They were just great defensively, and like guys that made a name for themselves in college, and the game just translate perfectly when they got to Europe. And those guys, I always, and it's mostly the guys that I had to go against. So I always been impressed. And we always make sure we bring our A games, because we know if you play against a defensive big man, you're a defensive big man, it becomes like which one of us is the better scorer, which one of us gonna get more points.
Just to show his defense ain't like that. His defense not like that.
Man, you gotta
watch me.
Yeah, you can't guard me. You can't guard everybody else, but you ain't gonna guard me. So, to me, it was always like this, man. I love those guys, and we had great battles. But that was always the mindset, man. We all defensive big men, so we're gonna see who can score on the other one and who can get more points that game. So that's fun.
Right. No, that's hilarious, man. It's funny, man, how like sometimes you go into games and you have those unspoken battles. Like, you know what I mean? It's like nobody needs to say anything, but it's like you know. This is what we doing.
Oh yeah, you don't say nothing.
This is what we doing.
You don't have to say anything. He knows. And we don't have to say anything. Especially for bigs, guards get the ball so much and they get to talk so much with the ball in their hands. It's easy for the fans to understand the battles. But like the bigs, especially in Europe, because we like bigs, there's only so many bigs that get the ball so many times in the game. Like it's rare. And those guys, everyone knows them. Like Mirotic, Mirotic is one of those bigs that's gonna get the ball in his hand. It's not so much about defense. It's more for him about offense. But most bigs in Europe, they get used on defense. So it was always that unspoken little battles between the bigs to know who's the best one. Like even if we both score 6 points the whole game, let's see who get the loudest 6 points. So it was always those little things that we don't talk about, but we all know as players. Even like people on your team watch you get out of character sometimes, stuff that you don't do in practice.
Right.
Now you want to do it in the game because it's that big. So it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. It's it's always crazy, but I think even going back to our conversation before the show and talking about, with Swish cultures and things we've done as far as like trying to bring exposure to teams. I feel like in the States, they never really understood how important, like, you could literally have 10 or 12 points in a game in Europe and had a big impact because it could be the timing of those 10 points. It could be the timing of those 10 points. It could be, there's so many things. I mean, it's low scoring games. So it's, you could be on the phone with your friends back home. They'll be like, yo, how much you had? You'd be like, yo, I had 12. And they're like, oh, okay. Oh. But in Europe, that 12 points was like, yo, they carry you on their shoulders.
Oh, like, man. You're the best. You're the best player of the day, the week, of the month.
You the king.
Man. What?
You the king, man.
Come on, man.
I scored 8 so many good players.
Like a king before. I scored like 8, 6 points and felt like a king before, They come and tell you the best. Even you don't even believe it, but
yeah.
10 points.
Nah, that's the thing.
Especially coming from the States, man. Like, we're so used to seeing like high scoring players. Like the amount of points people score in the States is just ridiculous in every level: high school, college, NBA. Like it's like an offensive game. So like, and when you talk to your friend, they want to hear the same thing.
Yeah, that's how they're used to hearing it.
They just can't fathom that you can have a great career averaging 7 points and like make a living for you, for your family. Like, it's just hard for people to understand, but that's what it is, man. Basketball, there's so many, and as you know, like, it's not the same amount of possession. You might score 20 points today, but the next game is not even part of the plan. The plan is to just use the switch to just have the guard scoring every time. It's just the game just become so tactical in Europe, and it's hard for fans, regular fans, to just understand.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. And we got an interview with we got a halftime interview that we're gonna get to right now from John Brown.
Comment after first half.
Played a little solid, certain errors on defense, but we still got second half to go. We just got to pick it up on offensive rebounding.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So, man, the second half has definitely got started. 35-31. Let's see. Real quick, we're gonna go to video. We'll be right back.
As they say in Texas Hold'em, it's time to go all in. Sleva Belmagema! All the time! The assistencia!
And they are not backing into postseason play. They have just knocked the door off its hinges, haven't they?
Oh, what drama! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Wow!
After leading the EuroCup with 45 steals last campaign, John Brown III is ready to deploy his stealth in the EuroLeague, disrupting at the defensive end.
John Brown says, get out of here.
Dynamic, diligent, and athletic from John Brown.
Oh, he picks the pocket inside and one! What a great hustle play by John Brown!
It's a lost art. So, by me being the last artist or currently known artist, in that field, it's a good feeling. I like to, make it difficult for anybody to score. So, and I hate getting scored on also. So that kind of like plays a balance for me.
Brown is certainly working hard, and he strips it away. Great work from John Brown.
I think he'll be the best defender. What Calathes was for years, establishing himself as as a very, very, very great player in this league. I think John is the next one in line for that.
JB's a dog, man. I feel like he can guard just about anybody out there. He comes in here every day. From what I've seen, he comes in here every day and he works. He tries to, you know what I'm saying, enhance his game to the next level. And I feel like he will be very successful by doing that.
Only thing you can teach on defense is like defensive positioning, but in terms of attacking the ball, that's just totally up to the player. It depends on how bad you want to win. If you want to win, he'll go after the ball every chance he gets.
Pivotal in Unics Kazan's progress to the EuroCup finals last season, Brown was named to the All-EuroCup second team. Now the 29-year-old forward steps into the spotlight on Europe's biggest stage.
It's about time. That's how I feel. It's about time. You know, it's a good feeling to climb the ranks as I did and finally, you know, make it to the top spot over here overseas. I worked hard last season, but in my opinion, not to my fullest potential. So this year, I don't want to leave no rock unturned. So I'll just, you know, up my level in work ethic, up my level in practice intensity and things of that nature. So it'll be easier in the game.
Brown's dogged determination is a key component of Unics Kazan's identity so far this season. His consistent effort will be crucial as the Russians seek to establish themselves in the EuroLeague.
We're here to stay. We're not afraid of anybody. We're going to play hard, we're going to play tough, and we're going to play our game.
Telegraphed by John Brown, who seems to show unlimited energy.
I honestly thought it would take longer to reach this point in my career, but you know, you never know what's going to happen, you know, if you put the work in. So by me being here now at such an early stage in my career is magnificent, and hopefully I'll be an inspiration to some of those guys that came from the corners that I did, to never give up and just, you know, keep fighting and wait your turn.
Okay, sorry about that, and we're back, and we have a score of 39 for Barcelona, 35 for Unics Kazan, make that 41 for Barcelona. Laprovitola hits another tough bucket there in the paint, but yeah, we got us a tight game with 7 minutes left, and looks like our guy's going right back to the line. Our guy's going right back to the line. John Brown taking the. Oh no, that was not John Brown. Excuse me, that was Tony Shaqiri with the got fouled in the short corner, and you know, end up getting fouled, and now he's at the free throw line. So let's see if he can knock these down. To see what's going on. Let's see if he can knock these down and bridge this gap here. 36-41. 36-41. It looks like we got some quick audio difficulties. But for those of y'all back home, we have a score of 37-41. Unics Kazan is down to FC Barcelona. If you guys want to watch this game with us, please head over to EuroLeague.tv. We got a nice promotional code 80EL. That is the number 8, the number 0, EL. If you really want to watch this game and many more, we'll give you 80% off of the first month of EuroLeague TV. That's right, 80% off. It's almost 100, so you know you can't miss out on that. So please head over to EuroLeague.tv if you want to watch this game and many more, or you could head over to EuroLeague.net for more info. And yeah, here we are with the 4-point game. Let's see. Yes, sir. He's back. It's good defense over there in the corner.
Hey, I wanted to get back to the question about the best defensive guys, man. I forgot one guy, and I don't. I know the guy. He's gonna kill me. If it's not me, it's James Gates. If it's not me, it's James Gates. That's my guy.
Okay.
I have to mention his name, man. I have to. I forgot.
Yeah.
I know if he's watching, he's gonna kill me. But yeah, But James
Gist. Shout out to Gist, man. He's still doing it, man. He's still doing it.
Still doing it, man. He's out there. He's out there.
He's
rocking it, yeah.
Right. No, I've had the pleasure of obviously following his game as well. I remember back in the day we were in a mini camp together with the San Antonio Spurs back when I was like my rookie year, second year out. But yeah, it's been dope to just see his progression, his growth, over in EuroLeague, and he's still doing it, and that's what's really cool is just seeing like some of these players that, for a long time, were really athletic, early in their career, and then they're still able to find a way to be effective, even if they're not to say that they're not athletic now, but even to show that like, okay, you're not as athletic as you were before, but you're still finding ways to be effective. I think that's like a dope way when you see that growth from players, man. It's definitely. It's really cool. Yeah.
I mean, one thing you can definitely give credit to James. Like there aren't that many people. There is not that many players that can actually run, jump, and think at the same time. And like most athletic players, you put them in position where they have to think the game. It's like it's hard to find those players. And one thing that I know is making his game last this long is because James can think on his feet, and he can be he's been an athletic player's career, but he's able to read the game like a guard. And that's what allowed us to be so successful when we were in Panathinaikos together,
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. And man, we got us a tight one here, man. Halfway through the third quarter, it's a 2-point game, just one bucket.
2-point game,
one bucket, man, and they gonna tie it up. Unix is right there. They right there on the door. They right there on that doorstep, man. They just gotta get They just gotta get a quick little
sustain
stop,
that stuff
man.
all game. Yeah, they ain't gonna sustain this all game, man. So third quarter.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a low
For
scoring
sure,
game
man.
too.
Yeah, both of these teams won it, but let's go back to your EuroCup season with Galatasaray. You got the Finals MVP, second team All EuroCup. Man, you led the EuroCup in blocks that year. What memories do you have from that season, man? What was unique about that team?
What was unique, honestly, is we made it a goal for ourselves to win the EuroCup that year. I mean, from the beginning of the season, before we started, that was the goal, winning EuroCup. I only went to Galatasaray because I wanted to get there. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't really have any experience with Galatasaray, but with the fans, man, hey, listen, I love those guys. They love me. And it was like one of the best experiences in my life, man. Like Galatasaray fans are some of the best fans that I ever played for. And they were with us every game. If you came in our facility, you had to go through them to get a win for us against us. You had to go to the fans, and to have that every game was amazing.
Right.
No Lasme, no party. They know it.
No Lasme, no party, man. They know the vibes. They know the vibes, man, and I think it's it's worth mentioning. I mean, you guys had a heck of a team. You've had Eric McCullum, who was on the Watchalong with us. You guys can go back and watch that episode on YouTube. He was on that team, as well as Curtis Geralds. We had him. He was our very first guest on the Watchalong, as well, man. You guys definitely had a squad. And speaking of Eric McCullum, I mean, he was the EuroCup MVP again this week. He had another 30 ball. He's probably going to get EuroCup MVP, man. He's tearing it up. Another guy late in his career, just killing. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing to see, man. Beautiful thing to see.
There's some guys who just born knowing how to put the ball in the hole, man. That dude's just know how to put the ball in the hole.
For sure.
He's a scorer. Yeah. I mean, there's one thing you can't think away from him. He just know how to get it done. He can have a bad game for 3 quarters and still in the fourth quarter give you 20. So I mean, I guess it's a family thing because his brother is doing the same thing in the NBA. So
Yeah.
I love playing with Eric. He's amazing, like a great basketball player, great scorer, but also an amazing human being. Same for Curtis, man.
Yeah.
Curtis, I mean, great, amazing teammate. Like he bring like all the fun and energy. Like he wants to win, and he's like what he brought on that team that year is also something undervalued. People didn't understand how much value that guy bring on the team. And he can do so much.
Yeah.
He can score, can pass, can play D, and he's a floor general.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, y'all had a squad. But talk about getting that Finals MVP, man. How much did that mean for you in your career? How does that moment stand out for you?
I mean, it meant everything to me, man. I mean, I truly wanted to win the EuroCup, but I also, I mean, I was thirsty for an individual accolade because this season was tough. It was a tough season. I mean, I played the whole season with injury on my foot. I never really advertised it, but I had like a very bad plantar fasciitis, man. I could barely walk after practice or game the whole season. So to me, to win that award and knowing that I wasn't playing 100% all season made it even more special for me because it was just all about like focus and just concentrating on just making sure the team win. I got that award right here, actually, right here. I look at it every morning. Just to remind me I did
it. Hey, we all need that pickup, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially on Mondays. Especially on Mondays after the weekend, you don't feel like getting out of bed. Be like, yo, I gotta let them know who the MVP is this week.
Right. So
that's a fact.
It's really big, man.
That's a fact, man. And your boys are. Go ahead. It was great to have what?
It was great to have. I mean, to actually have the MVP of the season and the MVP of the finals in the same team. So to me, just for the organization, overall, it was great to just have me and Eric on the team. Was like huge, even for the history of the club.
Nah, for sure, man. And you know, we got to bring the attention back to the game. Unics Kazan is going on a run. Super Mario just hit a tray ball, 47-41. They're up against Barcelona with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left. Man, Unics is balling right now. They're knocking down shots. They're getting stops, and man,
they turn it up.
Barcelona's going to have to. Nah, they have, and I think one of the, you know, I'm a basketball purist, and I look for little things, especially being a guard. But one thing I've been impressed with Unics, and you see it EuroLeague wide, but especially when teams are starting to make runs, man, the screening. I mean, if you look at that last screen there that Mario just hit that tray ball, you know what I mean? It's when the bigs are screening like that collectively, there's going to be open shots. There's going to be open rollers. You know what I mean? That's where the offense kind of fits in. And I think screening and spacing is extremely huge. But, you know, we just saw it there with Super Mario knocking down that tray ball, man. Unics is starting to click right now. So let's see how Barcelona responds. As you know, SARS he ain't letting that slide.
Yeah,
he ain't letting that slide.
Definitely not. I mean, like you said, screening is important, man. And just going back to my personal experience, you know how important it is to just get your players open, and it starts everything in the offense. If I set a good screen for my guard, he's gonna be open, which means someone's gotta help, and then somebody else is open. Like screening is big. I mean, you can never underestimate to set a great screen. Setting a great screen can just open up for everything for the team. I played in games where we just set top screens the whole game, and it worked every game just because we made sure the screen was done properly.
No, that's a fact, and like that's why I say it's like, you know, you really don't even need crazy plays and all that other stuff if you got a great screening team and everybody gets in the right space, and like, you know what I mean, because defense is just gonna have to help. But But we're going to go to our player head-to-head matchup right now. We made the proper adjustment and got Isaiah Cannon back in there at 6 points, and we have Nicholas Laprovitola sitting at 8 points tonight. So, they're trying their best to impact this game, but we got a tight one. It's 47-41. Barcelona's looking for a spark here, man, because Unics definitely has the momentum, and you can only imagine how loud it is in that gym right now with these guys up 6 and 2.5 minutes left. It's crazy, man.
Is Kazan playing a 3-2 zone out there or something? From what I'm looking at, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. It looks like they're in man right now off of this inbound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they might have been into
Barcelona hasn't scored in a minute.
Nah, they haven't. Good defense. Good defense. Isaiah Cannon. Isaiah Cannon D'ing up, boy. he D'ing up. They playing, man. Let's go back. Let's go revisit some of these comments. I know we had a lot of Barcelona fans in here early. Speedwagon says, I hope Barcelona wins this. Megan London, what is Barcelona doing? Barcelona's down 6. That's what they're doing right now. And Speed London can't believe it. Sorry, Speed London. We missed a question. He said, Stephane, what's your opinion about Partizan? How did you enjoy Partizan?
Partizan is to me the number one in my career, man. I mean, because it was my first year in Europe, I didn't know what to expect. The people were amazing. The city was amazing. I mean, I had difficulty in the beginning because it was my first time being in the country really where they don't speak a language that I know.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't have a lot of English speaking. I remember we had a translator in practice. I mean, that's how long ago it was. We had a translator in practice to make sure I understand what's going on. I don't think they do that anymore anywhere in Europe.
Right. You always got an assistant or a player.
Yeah. And the coach was amazing. I learned so much. Like everything I know about European basketball, the way to think, the way to watch the game, I learned it in Partizan. The coach was amazing, Dule Voljovic. And most of the guys that were on the team back then all became stars in Europe. They were all really young when they got there, like Jan Vesely. I mean, I can go down like Jan Vesely, Tepic, Uroš Tripkovic, Veličkovic. Like, there's a whole bunch of guys that were in early 20s, and they just became stars after that in Europe. So it was like an amazing experience, and I got to create like great bonds with players.
Nah, that's super dope, man. Especially to see these young guys turn into stars, like you said, man. But Kyle Courage hit a tray ball, got this game down to a 3-point game, 47-44. And Barcelona's starting to show some life, man. You got Nick Calathes pushing the ball. We got a minute and a half left. Oh, finds Corey Higgins on the back door. Hey, there you go. That's how they gotta have them hands ready, right? Gotta have them hands ready.
Gotta be ready.
Step on the court, keep them up. Just keep them up.
Gotta be ready for that guy, man. He might smack you in the back of the head with a pass, man. I'm telling you, you have to be ready before. You gotta be ready for man. Great passer.
Man, great passer, man. 47-46. Yeah, it's funny, man. I used to when I used to play, like anytime teams would hedge, I would always just like to throw it over the top to the big. I wasn't one of those guards that's gonna run around the hedge and stuff. I'm gonna just toss it over the top to the bigs. But sometimes when the bigs would roll, they would roll out and they wouldn't find me right away. So like I'd be like, yo, turn the other way and open up right away. I'm gonna hit you if the team's hedging. And some of my bigs, you know, some of the guys are athletes, they don't think it through. And so in practice, I would just hit them in the head. I'll just hit him in the head. Like, you're not going to turn around fast enough. I'm going to just hit you. Like, we going to get this together one way or the other. Like, you know what I mean? But then once you get that chemistry, because it helps the game, you know what I mean? Once you get that chemistry, it's, you know, it doesn't need to be spoken. But, yeah, man, I think, you know, that guard chemistry. Yeah, it's just like, yo, man, if you're not gonna roll quick enough, I'm gonna just hit you in the back of the head until we get this right. But You know, it's definitely important to have that chemistry with your guards, man. You know,
Oh yeah,
but
it's everything. It's everything, man. Those bigs out there, those young bigs out there, first thing you do is just take the guards to dinner or something. Just take them to dinner, man.
Yeah.
Just have the conversation.
Vet,
Just
hey, that's a
understand.
vet move right there. Yeah, get that,
Dinner, man.
get real comfortable
Early,
with your bigs, man.
yeah,
Early, bigs
hey,
and guards,
only way
develop that.
that's dinner is like
Good
6 points
finish.
right there. Dinner is 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
Dinner is 6 points.
Oh, that's
Easy,
a fact.
3 passes.
Easy, easy.
Only
Oh man,
call,
Nick found him again over the top. Nick
Keep
found him
doing it,
again over
man.
the top.
It's crazy.
It's like he threads the needle. Like it's just you don't think the angle's there, and he just finds it. Big shot.
Yes, I mean that's one thing with Nick, man. Nick would rather he's a risk taker. He will take the risk for you. Like he really believes on his teammate. He's not the type of guy that doesn't believe his teammate's gonna get the pass. He believes in his teammates first.
Right.
Even if it's not part of the play, even if the coach doesn't want it to happen, if you just give Nick the look that throw it, Nick
He'll find
throw
you.
it every
He'll find
time.
you, huh?
Yeah. That's one thing I always
Nah,
appreciated
man.
with the guy, man. If you have the eye contact with him, he's gonna throw it. He's gonna throw it. Nick will throw it. Just make the eye contact.
Nah, for sure, man. And big bucket, Super Mario. Super Mario at the end of the third quarter. Got the blow by, man, 54-48. Unics taking the lead, a 6-point lead with them into the fourth quarter. Man, that was a huge bucket for them, man. Unics got a lot of life, man. Barcelona's gonna have to they're gonna have to pick it up here in this fourth quarter. But everybody back home, I want to remind you, please go check out the EuroLeague Fantasy Challenge. It's the first ever EuroLeague fantasy game. You get to own your own team, buy and trade players, play against your friends, and you get a chance to win great prizes. And best of all, it's free. Who doesn't love free? You can find this at fantasychallenge.euroleague.net and go check that out. And if you guys need more info, as always, euroleague.net is there to help you. Real quick, we want to take a look at some scores around the league. Zenit and Monaco have tipped off, and they are almost at the end of the first quarter of that game with the score of 17-18 with Monaco in the lead. But Donatas Motiejunas has 10 points early for Monaco. He's coming off a big game. I think he had 21 last game. So, you know, he's another big that is a problem. I love him in EuroLeague. He is tough. Motiejunas is he gives you like left hook, right hook. Man, Motiejunas is very, very tough, man. Oh yeah, and he can stretch you. He stretch you out the three ball like he's tough, man.
Those games where you have me thinking all night before the game, man. Like it's about to be a tough night. He is tough, big. He's tough, big, man. Give it to business, left, right, like you say, jump shot. Just got game. You know?
Nah, for sure, man. And we got a comment for you from Vespa Mato. Vespa Mato, what's going on? I've been seeing you. Thanks for supporting the show over the last few weeks. But he says hello. I remember Stephane playing for Panathinaikos against us. He's an Olympiacos fan, by the way. He's a very good and useful player for every team. He wants to know, what is your opinion about Olympiacos this year? Greetings.
I mean, let's just say it's a slipper. To me, it's the same thing. It's a slipper, but it's every year, man. Olympiacos has a great culture of winning no matter what. It doesn't matter what the team has, what kind of player they have. They just know how to play basketball as a team. Figure out ways to get a dub. And if there's one thing, as you say, that can sneak all the way to the Final Four, might be Olympiacos, man.
So how was that Greek rivalry? Yeah, Billy ain't there. He be in the stands though, you know, dressed up, looking smooth. Billy be pulling up. But how's that rivalry though?
I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, it's everywhere. It's not just on the court. It's off the court. it's everywhere in that city, man. You cannot play for one of the team and just don't feel it. Like, we almost never go and travel to the side where Olympiacos gym is. You almost never want to go there. It's deeper than just basketball.
Yeah.
It's part of their culture out there in Greece.
Right.
And you have no choice but to get involved. Because even if you don't want to get involved, they make sure you get involved. It's in the media. It's on TV. It's just constant. You win a game, they're talking about how you. The other group is talking about you winning. If they win, you have to talk about them. If they lose, we talk crap about them. If we lose, they talk crap about us. It's like it's constant. It's like if you play in Athens for either of those teams, you have to go through it. It makes the game fun. It gives you playing overseas. Sometimes you get a little. Sometimes at point of season you lose a little bit of motivation because you got such a long season, 10 months in a different country.
Yeah. Right.
But having those little things, this little rivalry with Olympiacos always made it fun, always keep us on our toes for the whole season, and I appreciated that.
Yeah. No, I mean, it definitely looks like a great rivalry, from what everybody said. I mean, but even from the outside looking in, it's definitely a special rivalry, man. I can only imagine what it's like playing in it.
I think my first year was the last year you actually had Olympiacos and Panathinaikos fan in one gym together, and they quit after that.
Oh, okay.
So it goes deep, man. It goes deep, man. You gotta be prepared for this one. If you play the finals at the gym, the game might not end. You might get chased down in the locker room. So gotta love it. I'm always been a fan of it. I love this. I love playing and feeling scared a little bit. So it's always been fun for me.
Yeah. Nah, it adds to the game, and much like those games, this game is coming down to a battle. It's getting physical. 56-51. Unics Kazan still holding on to a lead as Rokas Jokubaitis with the ball trying to penetrate. And but yeah, man, Barcelona posted this photo on Twitter captioned Lithuanian talent, and she got Jokubaitis there, next to Sarunas.
Right.
There's a lot of similarities between, both of them, in regards to being, Lithuanian and whatnot. But I mean, I think having Sarunas as a coach for Jokubaitis, I think is huge, man. Just having that familiarity, being from, similar backgrounds and, obviously Sars being a player, I think that, and also putting the trust into him. I think all of that just really fuels, a young player like that. So he's able to go out here at 20 years old and compete and have big games. You know what I mean? He had 16 points against Ephes last game. And that's one thing is like, he's not afraid of anybody. Like, it doesn't matter if it's Shane Larkin out there, Micic, doesn't matter. It could be Calathes, anybody. I mean, he's seeing Calathes in practice and, all these top players. And, he guards everybody the same. And that's one thing I really like about this young kid, man. And he's fearless. And that's why he gets these minutes at the end of big games.
I mean, as you say, like, you can just see look at the team, how deep the team is. You can only imagine the practices. You can only imagine the practices. Like, it's a game. Practice is like a game. So I'm sure he's building the confidence in practice. And then, like you said, with Saras being on the sideline, it's even probably make it. I'm sure there's a lot of pressure because of the Lithuanian background, but it definitely makes things easier to have someone like him that you look up to, who's also your coach, idol, picking you to come play in Barcelona. So I'm happy for him.
Yeah, no, that's dope. We got a quick replay of that last bucket to end the third quarter with Super Mario with the blow by.
Yeah, Mario got game, man. Mario got.
He got game, bro. He got game, man. It's funny because, like, you mentioned his ego, and I know it bothers some people, but whether it bothers you or not, he can hoop. he
can hoop, man.
man.
I love it. I mean, all the players. I mean, I thought to myself as a big ego player. So every time I see somebody just talking crap out there and just backing it up, I love it. I love it.
Right.
And Mario's one of those guys, man. He plays 100%, and he can talk crap to the best of them and back it up. And he got so much stuff in his game, man. So.
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, he's a complete player, man. And me personally as well, you know what I mean? I love players that can talk trash and back it up. You know, I used to love talking on the court. So it's like when I see a player with that kind of an edge, you know, I'm always rooting for that guy, man, because it takes a lot, man. And, you know, once you develop that reputation, guys are gunning for you just because of that. You know what I mean? Because they know how you are, what they hear. And you really got to bring it every day, man. As a Lorenzo Brown, big tray ball there, 59-51. Unics Kazan has taken the lead. Man, it's it's kind of like the last game, man. Unics was up, and then Barça made that late run, man. Is there gonna be another late run for Barça right now? Is there gonna be another late run?
At home, man, with Big Papa out there trying to with the bonus money. I don't know, man. I think squeeze that one in. This one is. That's too close, bro. You can feel it right there. It's too close. 6 minutes. 6 minutes, man.
Right.
Come on, guys.
They definitely know what's going on, man. I remember years ago when I was playing on Cholet in France, you know, the GM came in and tried to offer us a bonus money or whatever, but, you know, we weren't really interested, and we had lost the game. And then the coach came in the next week, and he was like, all right, y'all win this game. I'm going to give y'all 2 days off. We came in there, won by 20. Then we went on the road the next week. He was like, y'all win this game, I'm going to give y'all 3 days off. We won by 20 on the road. Like, we ended up winning like 5 in the last 7 because he kept giving us extra days off. He was like, all right, money ain't the answer. Days off is just as good as money sometimes.
Days off in Europe is everything.
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 Hey, you got to find a way to motivate your team, man. Find a way to motivate your team.
Day off? I mean, these people only knew how much we practice in Europe, man. I mean, people don't understand the amount of practice. So a day off sounds so much better than money nowadays.
Oh, for sure.
Good point. Yeah.
For sure, man. And but yeah, let's take a look at this presentation on John Brown's steals of this season. He's got 7 steals in this game today, 18 points, which is, I mean, what more can we say? 7 steals. But he's leading the league. He's leading the league in steals, and it's not even close. Perrier Henry is in second place with like 1.9. John Brown coming into this game was averaging 2.7 steals a game. And now with this 7 steals, I mean, he's probably going to be over 3. You know what I mean? Like, this is just amazing, man. He's having an amazing season. And I think
for sure.
That's just crazy. 7 steals in this game. Like I said, man, I was saying when he had 3 in the first quarter, I'm like, yo, he's gonna get to like 6. And now that we got 6 minutes left, I'd love to see him get 10 steals today. That would be dope to have a double with steals. And right on cue, gets another bucket there. 61-52, 9-point game.
I don't know, Barcelona. You better wake up.
Man.
Because Unics looking good right now. They're looking like...
Yeah, no, they're clicking right now, man. They are definitely clicking right now. We got Edo is saying Edo is definitely going for Barcelona. Yeah, we got a lot of Barcelona fans in here, man. It's going to be some people with a rough Thursday night, man, because it doesn't look like Barcelona. I mean, they still got time. But man, they gotta They got a lot. They got a lot of work to do to come back. But we got Brandon Davies at the free throw line. Barcelona down 9 points with 5 minutes and 42 seconds left. So let's see if Barca can kind of dive into this lead a little bit. But John Brown just went out. I believe he just picked up a foul on that last play. I think that's his. Let's see how many fouls does John Brown have. John Brown has 4 fouls. So that was his 4th foul. So that's a good sign for Barcelona if they're trying to make this comeback. You at least know you'll be able to move a little bit freer on offense. But I mean, we'll see what happens because Unics is definitely clicking. Oh, that's a bad shot.
That's a terrible shot.
That's a bad shot. Mario, hey, sometimes that ego gets you into some tough situations, man.
Hey, man.
You got to live with it, though. You got to live with it. You got to live with it.
Take the
Lorenzo
bad with
cleans
the
that
good,
up.
right?
Yeah, you got to, man. That's why he's great. That's why he's great, man. And man, let's look at Lorenzo Brown now with 17 points and 8 assists. Going back to his playmaking ability, second in EuroLeague in assists this year, and behind Mike James, who's also another guy that can score the ball as well as pass it. And man, he's done a great job.
Moving screen.
You know. Yeah, that's a tough call.
Now? They go that stuff that I'm talking about.
All right, Bigs hate that. They hate that call.
Yeah, man. Oh, the orange guys need to get out of the game.
Yeah, man. So let's see, man. Yeah, everybody back home, thanks for joining us. Let us know who y'all want to win this game. Barcelona's starting to creep back a little bit. We got a 7-point game, 63-56. Barcelona's creeping back. I think Speedwagon's definitely going for Barcelona. This would be the first time that Unics beats Barcelona, as they're 0-8 against Barcelona in history. So let's see if they can make history tonight. This will be a huge win, as looks like Lorenzo Brown was fouled on that turnaround. Okay, 4 minutes left. Looks like Lorenzo Brown going to that free throw line. Man,
making history. If they can make history today, man, it would be amazing. It's an amazing game to watch right now. They never beat Barcelona. Crazy. Let's go, guys.
That's going to be huge. And Barcelona's number 1 in the standings right now. So, you know what I mean? This will be a great win, you know, for the team. But, you know, let's not overlook the fact that Unics has kind of been like a giant killer. They've had big wins this entire season. They've beat Madrid, they've beat CSKA, they've beat Efes. If they get this win, they would have beaten Barcelona. They're, you know, like I said, they a bully moving into a new neighborhood, you know what I mean? And they've been bullying some guys in this new neighborhood, man. And you know, as they've been in EuroLeague, so it's
I mean, they're definitely playing with a hot confidence.
Interesting team, for sure.
Definitely play with confidence. I mean, and you can feel the energy. They want to win that game real bad, like playing hard on defense. Ooh, that's good screen. Oh
yeah, good pass.
Brandon Davies. Ooh,
just missed it. 8-point game, 64-56. Oh, he lost it. He lost it on the pick and roll. Come on, Barca got to get an easy one. They got to find a way to get an easy one. Oh, that's a tough shot. They got slow. It's getting physical out there. It's getting physical out there. Shout out to the refs. Let them play, man. Let them play.
Let them play, ref.
Ooh, Lorenzo getting saucy. Ooh, Lorenzo getting saucy out there. Okay. 10-point game. 10-point game. 66-56. It might be too much. This game's getting physical. They letting them run through screens. Mario ran through that screen, bro. That's home cooking right there. That's home cooking right there. They letting that one go. 66-59. 7-point game. We got 2.5 left. This game's coming down. And
I'm Lorenzo Brown. I'm
let's
not
see what they
passing the
call.
ball for the rest of the game. Ooh.
Nah, just terminate the plays, man. Pass or assist, what they call there. Was that a charge? They call block or charge. It looked like they call charge. It's going the other way.
Charge.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Barcelona, John Brown back in the game. John Brown need to get 3 steals in 2.5 minutes. I want him to get 10 steals, man. I want John Brown to get 10 steals. I need 3 steals in 2.5 minutes. Let's see.
Talk about European basketball, man. You play against a big team. Don't let the ref get a chance to get in the game, man.
No, don't let them decide the game. Yeah, don't let them decide the game.
Because definitely it's going to go in favor of the bigger team. Ooh.
Nigel, hey, he heard you. He heard you. Punish the guard. Punish the guard at all times.
It's the other guy. I thought it was Davis. The other guy. Hey, they're going inside.
Hayes Davis. Yeah. Got to punish the guard. Man, Lorenzo. Ooh. Lorenzo lost it.
Oh, my God.
Corey Higgins for 3. Can't get it. Missed it. All right. 5-point game. 1:40 left. Let's see what's happening here. 5-point game, man. Yeah, if I'm Unix, I'm keeping it simple right now. I'm keeping it simple. I'm gonna let Lorenzo. I'm gonna let Lorenzo kind of terminate plays. Maybe like a top ball screen. Something simple. You don't want to junk it up too much and get too much going on. I think it's
surprising.
It's winning.
Calathes
winning time.
What happened to Calathes?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why he's not. I don't know why he's not in right now. It seems like you definitely want him in. He's going with his gut feeling. Calathes is right there on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
He's going there on the sideline. 6-point game. 6-point game. Lorenzo Brown at the free throw line. Let us know in the comments who y'all think is going to pull this out. We got a comeback coming for Barcelona or what? I think Speedwagon says we still have a chance. Speedwagon says we still have a chance. He think Barcelona still got a chance. So we'll see. Speedwagon
is tripping. It's a wrap.
Speedwagon's tripping. 68, 61.
It's a wrap. This is like it's bonus time right now. Bonus time right now. They're not losing this one, baby.
That's a big steal. Great defense. Great defense. It's something bigger than the game right now. that bonus is something bigger than the game. Got 1:10 left.
This doesn't change anything for Barcelona. They ain't gonna.
Oh, that's an offensive foul. That's a stiff arm. You can't do that, Isaiah. Hey, I swear, players never think they make a foul. It don't matter what it is. You could drive and slap somebody. Like, what? Like, nah, I didn't foul him.
Wow.
Look at him. Wave him off. Like, that ain't no foul. No, we got 1:04 left. 7-point game. Go ahead.
The funniest thing is when European players complain to foreigners about flopping. That's the thing I can't get over. And there was a play
for sure.
Someone Voronchevich complained that Davis was flopping. I'm like,
okay.
We learn it from you guys. We learn it from
you guys. Exactly. This is something we got to pick up from y'all. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. We definitely learned it from
Less
them.
than 1 minute left, man. Hey, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap.
57 seconds left. It might be a wrap. Might be Rap City. 68-61. Unics Kazan is up against Barcelona. It looks like this could be the first win for Unics against Barcelona. It looks like it'll be 1-8 for the series, man. This is I think we can already give Unics the crown as the giant killers of EuroLeague this season. This will be a huge win for them. They've man, they've beaten a lot of tough teams, man, and this is just another one of them. But real quick, just taking a look at other scores around the league. Monaco. That game is still tight with Zenit coming down to the end of the first half, 32-34. Monaco has a narrow lead. Monte Eunice is still leading all scores with 12 points and 5 rebounds in that game. So as soon as this game's over, but not before, you guys can head over and watch that one. But we definitely need to see who's going to win this one as we got 7 minutes left, man. But this is going to be a huge win for Unics. If they can hold on to this lead, which it looks like they might, and knocking off the top-seeded Barcelona, which is great for confidence. And I think it's great heading into the playoffs, knowing that you've beat probably each of the teams that you're probably going to end up seeing, come playoff time.
Right.
Knowing that you beat them. I think is huge, regardless if Barcelona's shorthanded or not. It's just an unpredictable season. You never know who's going to be ready to go. So that's still a huge win for them, especially on their home floor. Winning at home is everything.
It's everything. Everything.
Oh, man. It just gives it right back.
Come on, guys.
Good rebound. Less than a minute, man. It's about to be EuroLeague history tonight, ladies and gentlemen. EuroLeague history. Unics about to hold on to this win. We got 30-plus seconds left. 7-point game. And
what you gonna put?
Okay. Tough finish.
Coach put Nick on too.
Got to push the ball. Got to get a quick bucket or something. Nope, nothing going there. Unics with the rebound. Looks like they're going to dribble this one out. Yeah, this one's over. Mario Hezonja gets fouled with 13 seconds left. Mario's trying to get that bucket. Mario's trying to get another bucket, man. Mario ain't playing. He playing to the buzzer. He like, look, only 2 guys back. It's 2 on 2. Oh, I got this.
I got this.
Mario. Mario's not playing around, man. I ain't mad at him. Because the points are, it's a big thing. It's a big thing in regards to the EuroLeague standing. So point differential definitely matters, and Mario is up on that. And shout out to him. He has a double-double, 11 points or 12 points now, 11 rebounds. Another great game for him, and just a great game for Unics in general. We got a quick question from a Vespamato. Stephane, can you give us your prediction for Olympiacos versus Maccabi at Maccabi today? You got a prediction for that game?
I have to go with Maccabi, man. It's tough to win over there, man. I have to go with Maccabi. It's tough to win in Maccabi with the fans. It's just a difficult place to win.
Nah, that's a fact, man. And that is the end of this game. We have Unics Kazan has escaped with the win, convincing win over Barcelona, 70-64. It was a huge game. I think anybody would know that John Brown was definitely the MVP of this game if you were paying attention at all. The guy has 7 steals, 4 rebounds, 20 points, 8 of 14 from the floor. He's a special talent. I think he's the MVP of this game. But Stephane, man, I appreciate you stopping by, man. It's been great chopping it up with you. Thanks for joining the watch along, and more importantly, joining this wonderful watch along roster that we've had as far as guests, man. We've had a lot of EuroLeague greats here, man, and it's truly been a pleasure and an honor to have you sit down with us, man. And I appreciate your time today.
Thanks. No, thanks for having me, man. I had a great time today. It's something that I was looking forward to do, and I didn't disappoint. Thanks for having me. It was great to talk to you, to catch up, and to definitely watch this game. I'm glad I made the right call, though. Unics Bonus
Yeah.
time. Bonus time.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, they gotta toss a little bonus to you. They gotta transfer a little bonus to you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, I'm about to post something like you won because of me, guys, because I said it. I need the cut. I need the cut.
He need his cut. That's funny, man. But everybody back home, please like and subscribe to this game and the EuroLeague channel, EuroLeague YouTube channel. You can go watch this show and the rest of our Watchalong shows on demand on EuroLeague's YouTube channel as well. Please join us next Thursday for the Maccabi game. We have a very special guest, Mr. Maccabi himself, Devin Smith, will be pulling up. It's going to be another great show. And everybody, until then, stay safe, and we'll see y'all next week. And we're out.
Yeah.